YouTube faithful, what is going on? It is Thursday. This is another episode of Third and Yarn. And we have to talk about two poverty teams that are going to be stepping into the ring tonight to have a game. That's right. You got the Patriots and the Jets, and the point total couldn't be less crispy. You could not give me a less crispier total. Over 38.5 for these two poverty teams. Throw in the fact that it's a 6-point spread, that it's a Thursday night, which is a short week, and that it's a divisional game, and you get a recipe for poverty. It's that simple. Short video. Not going to really go into MLB or WNBA today. If you want that, be in the live stream later today. I may go live on TikTok today before Thursday Night Football. I haven't decided yet, but there will 100% be a live stream. I just don't know if it's going to be on Talk or in the Discord. It's usually in the Discord 100% of the time, but today may be different. So let's go over to PrizePicks and see what we can cook up, okay? So we have to script the game. That's thing number one. We want to come up with a game script. So what are we doing? We got Showdown on DraftKings. We got DraftKings Pick 6. We got PrizePicks, Chalkboard, UnderDog. Script the freaking game, jabroni. If you see that it's a 38.5 point total, you got to start thinking, well, there's not going to be a lot of points. The Patriots have only allowed, like 30 or 32 points in 2 games. They're the top 3 in least points allowed. I'm not convinced by these Jets that they're actually even a contender yet. I mean, my goodness, they've been just absolutely poverty. Both of these teams are going to play at a slow pace, so that means you combine all that into a pot, you stir it around, and you get a running back game. That's my narrative. If you don't like it, tough luck. That's where I'm going. So if that doesn't sound like something you're interested, take a hike, because that's where Captain Crush is going. So right out of the gate, it's Breece Hall and it's Ramondre Stevenson. So let's go over here to the partner and let's just start odd shopping. Let's pull it up right away. We're third and yarn and we're trying to find value. Bang. Breece Hall under receptions. Is that a sweat you want to take? No, cross it off. Breece Hall over 32.5 receiving yards, minus 132 at 30.5, minus 110, minus 135. He's pretty much right around these range of outcomes. He's going to get anywhere between 25 to 35 in my humble opinion. But you can see here that all of it's juiced under, which doesn't make any sense. How could it be a 38.5 low scoring game and his rush attempts are juiced under? His receiving yards are the only thing that's popping over. Targets are under. I mean, what are we doing here? None of it makes any freaking sense. So what I went ahead and did is I took his rush plus receiving yards in a few, his receiving yards in a few, and his fantasy score in a few, okay? That's it. Maybe his anytime tutty, and you can call it a day. So then let's go over here to Stevenson, the other running back on this slate, and you got the same ordeal. The only thing here is his rush attempts at 16.5. Is he going to get the ball 17 times? Well, I couldn't tell you. Is he going to get 14 fantasy points? I couldn't tell you, but I do know that they're going to rely on him a lot because Jacoby Brissett just isn't hitting. His player prop line is 160 and Aaron Rodgers is 214. I mean, what are we doing here? Why is this game even on a Thursday night primetime slot is beyond me. But this actually was a little bit interesting. Wilson plus Stevenson over 153 rush receiving yards. If Wilson does happen to get any type of run today, this could be his breakout game. It is only week 3, so we don't really know what to expect yet, but I would say that one is a little bit okay. I personally drafted Ramondre Stevenson in my season-long fantasy because I believe in him. I knew they were going to rely on him a lot as soon as I saw the quarterback situation, and he's been getting it done every week. If you want to say screw the odds, screw everything, his fantasy score is absolutely in play, guys. At 14, 100% in play. All right, his rush attempts are in play. His rush plus receiving yards are in play. His rush plus if they get to the goal line, he's getting fed. So you could obviously take a shot on his demon. Either one of these two are fine. Remember, I'm scripting it this way. If you think the books are wrong and it's going to be a high point total, then you need to do something like this. Brissett and Rodgers, both their fantasy scores, and then probably Garrett Wilson and a dash of Hunter Henry or something, okay? If you think it's going to be a shootout, then plan accordingly. I personally don't think so, but whenever you get a quarterback at 10.5 fantasy, that's something you could always consider. It is Jacoby Brissett, so do with that what you will. I'm personally not going there. Allen Lazard at 6.5, 100% in play. He has history with Aaron Rodgers. They already have some type of a chemistry. We know that he can get targeted. He didn't get anything against the Titans game, but that game was absolute poverty too. Guys, this is going to be a poverty game. So you're going to want to target the kickers and you're going to want to target the running backs. That's my take. So it's just a matter of figuring out which ones to take. Now in the Discord right now, I have my NFL projections posted and I currently have Lazard clearing at 8.1, Garrett Wilson clearing. I have Stevenson at 15 and I have Breece Hall at 18.5, which is barely covering, but his receiving yards are 37.5. If you want access to my projections, every football slate for every game, MLB as well, if you want all of that, join the Discord. You'll get the daily prop lists, which yesterday's two-man overnight was Matt Olson and Wyatt Langford. Cash it. You'll get that sent straight to your phone. You'll also get a list of plays, more lineups, and access into the live streams, which I run 6 days a week, brother. So go to CaptainCrush.net, scroll down to the gold package. I have a crispy promo for you D-Gens right now. Your first month for new members. Promo code CRUSHED. It gets you your first month for $10. No excuses. Come in, you'll stick around. I have the top highest retention rate in Dub Club, so automatically I know you're going to like what you see. I believe in what I do, so come in, enjoy the live streams, the projections, all of it. I hope to see you in today's live stream. It might be on TikTok today, I'm not sure. But check the projections, check the playlist, and then go from there. My brothers and sisters in Christ, if there was ever a game to fade, it would be this one. Now, Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson. You could just call it a day right there. Or Breece Hall's receiving yards, Stevenson's rush yards, or his rush attempts. Either something like that. Either of those two, and then a splash of the kickers. You could go with Greg the Leg and Joey Sly over 48-yard field goal combo. One of them has to hit 48 yards plus. I could absolutely see that happening tonight. You could take either one of their field goals made at 1.5. You can mix those with the running backs. Any combination of that. But again, folks, even though it's third and yarn, maybe the play is to go yarn and fade the game entirely and just play DraftKings. Some days that's the move. And that's exactly what my strategy is today. I already have my MLB content done and slips in for that. I'll have exposure to MLB, WNBA, and some NFL, but my priority today is going to be on DraftKings. Now, I absolutely have been doing well on showdown slates for week 1 through 3, all the primetime games, and it's because this is what I do. I know how to do this stuff. And I'm here to teach you, and I help you out in my Discord with this. I give you the projections. I tell you what to do. I give the write-ups on Sundays. Here's the deal. You pick a captain, and then you have 5 players underneath. What you're going to want to do is take a stand. This is a 20 lineup max thing. So I'm going to max enter $3. $60 gets me first place is $40K if I can solo ship. Odds are it's going to be split, but I'm going to take a stand. 2 captains max, period. And what did I just say about the captains? Or the slate, rather. Kickers and running backs. So I don't mind Breece Hall as captain. I don't mind Ramondre Stevenson as captain. And guess what? I don't mind taking a kicker at captain today. Greg the Leg or Joey Sly. Either one of those guys at captain is absolutely fine. And then if you really want to get crispy, you could take running backs, kickers, and the defenses and just hope that one of these guys throws a pick 6. All right. And then your darts, your Douglases, your Polks, they could be considered. Gibson could be considered. He could vulture a tutty. I mean, any of that type of stuff. Lazard would be the guy that I take. I mean, any of that's in play. Normally, I like taking a wide receiver at captain because they have the highest upside. But on a slate like this, I'm telling you, running backs and kickers are where I'm going to go, all right? So that's how you want to script your showdown slates tonight. That is what you want to do. Now, real quick, let's go back over to DG and see if there's any value here. You could see Hall and Ramondre Stevenson under rush combo. I don't really like that, but you can see it's minus 144 on Pinnacle. You can see Greg the Leg over 1.5 field goals is crispy. We just talked about that. Interestingly enough, J.K. Dobbins is being juiced under 54.5, but I actually got him at 50.5. But I do think that's interesting. I think that could be wrong. I think the books have that wrong. Demario Douglas over 26.5 receiving yards. Absolutely, you could take a shot on that. Check the model in the projection sheet in the Discord and go from there. Breece Hall's all the way up to 18.5. Remember, we took over at 18, but of course that's going to be a sweat. He's going to need a touchdown to get that done. You could see Rodgers and Brissett over 380. This is absolutely abysmal. 380 is the combo prop. Like, vomit, vomit, vomit. My exposure to this NFL game is going to be a little bit over 5%, all right? In fact, let Captain Crush throw you D-Gens a bone and see if there's anything for MLB that can tickle your fancy. There's a lot of games today. Everything that I like is already teed off, actually, but I do think you could take a shot on Tobias Myers. He got shelled last time. He is playing Arizona. I think that could be okay. Do they have pitching outs up yet? Yeah, I was golfing all day today, boys. Captain Crush, he's been on a heater. I needed to go out. I needed to play some golf. I played. I rushed home. I'm still still in my golf fit. I'm absolutely sunburned to crispy tomato heaven, but I'm here doing the Lord's work, and I'm showing up for 3rd and yarn. I wouldn't miss it, brother. Assad's pitching outs could be in the mix, okay? He's likely giving up 3 runs, but maybe he goes the distance. Kikuchi, 17.5 versus the Angels. 100% you got to consider Kikuchi at 17.5. And then, my goodness, I had somebody comment, listen, yesterday I liked Pepiot under K's. I didn't take it. I said if I was going to take Pepiot, that's what I would take, but I didn't take it. And lo and behold, he had a career game, but somehow people still left comments being like, oh, Pepiot had a career. It happens, bro. People are going to have career games. Okay, what about the other 10 plays I gave out that smashed? Meanwhile, you're talking to me about poverty Pepiot. Like, he didn't just have a career game and got 11 Ks. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. How about the other 10 plays I gave out that smashed? I mean, right here, only one done. This was given out the night before. Olsen and Langford, bang. Sometimes it's just that simple, guys. Just like I said, posted it there. And then I had a demon, Armstrong and Rooker 2-man demon. Cash that too. Guys, it's not always rocket science. Sometimes it's the obvious plays. But the point is it doesn't matter what happens today. If Kikuchi doesn't get 18 outs or whatever else, and you shouldn't have big exposure to that anyways. Make the right plays day in and day out. Don't hyper-focus on one individual day or you're never going to be a winner. Make the right plays day in and day out, and in the end, you'll be a winner. It's that simple. Doesn't matter what you think. Anyone has a dispute about that? It's an open mic night, baby. You come up on the mic, you talk to Crush, plead your case, and I promise you'll end up getting shelled because there is no other way to look at this. Otherwise, you're just chatting, and more importantly than that, you're just recreational betting, which is absolutely fine. But listen, I'm not telling you how to change your oil because I don't know anything about cars. So don't tell Captain Crush about fantasy sports. I'm begging you. All right, comment guy? Appreciate you. So right now, MLB's kind of mid, but there is a few little things you can do. Use the projection sheet. We already got Eflin under 5.5 Ks cash, over 4.5 and under 5.5 cash both. Sweep Eflin. And we already got Ozuna's fantasy cashed. Yeah, I could have took Olsen. I could have took the easy route, but no, I wanted Ozuna. It was Big Poppy's time. Both of them went yarn. Both of them cashed. Now let's scroll over here to WNBA because we're in the bonus round. Is there anything worth mentioning? Well, they don't have field goal attempts up. When they do, maybe I'll come back. If you want to take a bounce back flyer on Rakea Jackson's points at 14.5, remember, she was just at 16.5. I guess you could go there. But other than that, I don't really have much interest, okay? Put the other props on the board and then we'll talk. Where are they? I don't know where they are. You'll have to be in the live stream. Now scroll back yonder to NFL and remember what Captain Crush said. Oh, Captain Crush said to target the kickers. Absolutely, my brothers in Christ. Joey Sly. Look at him. He looks like a mini Fitzmagic. The man's going to respect coin. The only fly in the ointment is he's 96K favorited, okay? That's the only problem. But I'm taking a shot, and if he sells, well, by God, he sells. And then if you wanted to touch demons, I think Garrett Wilson might get it done today. But if you think Garrett Wilson scores a tutty, then you got to target Aaron Rodgers' fantasy score at 14, okay? All about game script. I don't care. Listen, Captain Crush says, play whoever you want, brother. Play whoever you want. I don't care who you play. But script it and make it logical, make it make sense. Don't just start picking players just because you want to pick something, jabroni. Make it make sense. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to get a rush yard? Go ahead. I would lean less. Do I think he's throwing 31 times tonight? No, I don't. But my model does. My model has him going over. So you have to make that choice. Personally, for me, Rodgers is just a fade for me. I just don't want to deal with it. All right. If I was going to take anything Aaron Rodgers, it would be his fantasy score. Now, yesterday you guys exceeded all my expectations. You blew away the 160 likes. I appreciate it. Just keep that train going. The channel's going to keep growing and Captain Crush gets to keep going yarn. So don't think it's lost on me. I absolutely appreciate it. You guys don't owe me anything. So I appreciate that. I really do. I hope I can keep coming on here for years to come and giving you guys the Lord's work and preaching the gospel because my brothers and sisters in Christ, somebody has to do it. Captain Crush has seen all the competition, and it ain't hitting. So, here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, don't forget to use code CRUSH, and let's crush.